what's up, guys? My name's Aarav. I go by the Slurpee Maker on YouTube. I went by Set for It All, yada yada. Let's cut it short. Today I want to talk about what America's interests really mean and how you can combat it if you're having trouble getting a job, getting a girlfriend, getting money, getting social status. And you just have to understand that it's simply just a Western or a European who's discovered the United States of America in the United States of America as an American, as a white person, as a white raced person, making standards of what he believes is correct, what he believes off experiences of the food he eats, the spices, the sort of material he makes, what discoveries apparently, what scientific Western science that there is, and he's just making rules about what he believes is true and correct for the entire population of the United States of America as a leader. And you see a lot of competition, which is what the United States wants, is global competition throughout the world, and they want you to be productive so that the most productivity produces the best quality products. Well, we've seen all that, but how are you supposed to make money? Well, China does it by doing it by offering competitive prices, but then there's other people who are simply just waiting for the dollar to collapse and money to be easily traded amongst ourselves so that we can balance out the inequality. But how is this a big problem in the United States of America? Well, if you think about it, boomers right now are in the government, and the mostly 60-year-olds and 70-year-olds are running the country. These guys are relatively young. They don't have that much experience with interracial or international levels. They have the Africans, they have the Hispanics who've been in the country for a long time, the Japanese, but it's not that great for the newly come countries like India, Bangladesh, Pakistan. These countries are new, and we're relatively new to the scene in the United States of America, so this is a problem for most of us, if not for all of us. So if you think about most of the things that I said, it's just a guy who's white. He has a different historical background from like Rome, Greece, things, relationships, like shipping out, expeditions, pool parties, and things like that. He has that kind of understanding to what competition really means and what you're supposed to compete in. So basically, by example, let's say you're a family of four and you have a pool and you don't have outdoor seating. Now, a typical competing factor might be that you're supposed to have these outdoor seatings, otherwise you're not really American or something like that. Now, American culture is different, but if you don't get with the program in the United States of America, the country that you're in, then you're going to have a problem. But at the same time, they will indulge in different types of cultures and make it white, or otherwise called a whitewashing, that we've heard during the 2013, 2010s. And what I'm trying to talk about here is that if you're dealing with this sort of unmovable competition, well, it's because he's competing when you're supposed to just understand life as food, water, shelter, and sex, and having a good family, which most countries do because of the influence of the United States of America. But you need to understand that they want you to achieve wealth and prosperity under America's interests, which basically means that whatever the United States is saying about these sort of particular interesting topics of quality, of war, of politics, they want you to follow them. And that's just the American side of it. Now, the American woman side of it is completely different and has to do with what pussy looks the best under, or you can't say that. It has to look for the American woman side. It has to do with which cat looks the best under the light, which hair shines the most, color, different types of hues. There's different types of eye colors, and that is also a part of competition, which in reality is just eyes, hair, and skin and things like that, and none of us really care about unless you've been influenced by the United States of America or Europe or the Western science stuff that comes on every year, that's updated, that's rechanged, that's rediscovered, that's founded in the earth, like dinosaurs and things like that that were existing thousands of years ago. That might just be a simple nuance that we all can talk about amongst ourselves so that we feel comfortable in the United States of America all competing against each other. Now, if we didn't have competition, we'd all have someone or a group of people dictating how we live, and we would have this sort of issue that we can take the money and make sure that everyone has a car and things like that. It's called government services and things like that. But that sort of service doesn't give you what you need, because then crime will arise. Well, we haven't really seen that yet. I don't know where the idea of democracy comes from. It comes from Greece. So if you haven't seen it, I'd like to personally see a world where the government is just providing cars, houses, food, and shelter and water for every single citizen. But apparently that costs money. But if you think about how much money the United States of America has, they have a lot of money. A lot of people want better lives, so they move away from their countries and come to the United States of America. So it's like a big monopoly, but it's a euphemism. If you don't know what a euphemism is something that you say off as not too harmful, but you're actually committing to the act, but it's actually harmful and something like that. Anyway, if you like this video, give me a like and a comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you for more.